What is up, guys? It is your boy King Shivi. It is time I rank these new equipments and tell you what will be best for your heroes when doing certain types of attacks. Yesterday I finally unlocked all these equipments and it took some days of grind, but I finally did it. So we're gonna rank these equipments hero wise, unlike the other YouTubers that did them all together. So first of all, we have the king with 5 equipments, while the royal champ is crying in the corner with only 2. For the king, first equipment I would like to add is the earthquake boot that will go into the C tier. I mean, yes, they are good to open up some extra walls and provide you with high DPS as well as high hit points, but it isn't the best of equipment combination that can be used on your king. Another C tier I would be adding is the barbarian puppet. Yes, you do get a whole lot of barbarian spawns that are raged and do good damage, but they are not useful until and unless they are under Eternal Storm. If you do not have them under Eternal Storm, they do not survive for long and they cannot tank for any of your troops that are on your field. Next up, I would like to add Rage Vial as well as Vamp Stash, because at certain level they provide a good value to your king and increase its stats in massive amount of ways. Now for the final S tier, I would like to add the Thanos Gauntlet with missing Infinity Stones. I'm just kidding here. The Giant Gauntlet is one of the best equipments for your king. It not only makes your king giant, but also makes it damage in splash, so recommended it to use in whatever start you're using, whether it might be air spam, super archer blimp, a queen charge, sue your heroes, or even smash rats. Now I would like to show you the use of Giant Gauntlet plus the Rage Vial. It is a type of combination that deals very high amount of damage in splash area like this one here. You can see like a Giga Chad king clears all these defenses like it's nothing. If you're gonna use any other equipment, you will not be able to clear the compartment. This compartment had Inferno, Warden, X-Bow, Merged Cannon, King, Skeleton Traps, Giant Bomb, Teslas, and way much more stuff. But the King simply does not care and solos all of this like it's nothing. This combination is useful when you're doing Hero Sui or Queen Charge. While on the other hand, we have the Vamp Stash, which you can use to walk your queen outside and be long lasting, because it will heal with every hit it does and you will have the rage saved up when needed to clear high damaging defenses. If you're going through air spams, smash or super archer blimps, I would recommend to use Vamp Stash plus the Giant Gauntlet. But when you're trying to open big core area, you can use the earthquake boots. That's all for queens. So now we will move on to the queen. So now comes the equipment for your queen. First of all, her worst equipment is in the B tier, which is the archer puppet. It is one of the worst equipment that can be used on your queen, because whatever you do, those archers are practically useless. They die very fast, they can't tank as much, they don't have enough damage, and only thing they're useful for is the range they have. But in A tier, I would like to add the giant arrow plus the healer puppet. I would have put the healer puppet in S tier if they spawned the 3 healers behind the queen rather than into 3 random directions. But even then, the healer puppet is quite useful. But next up is the S tier, where I would like to add the invisibility vial, most useful equipment for your queen, because it's basically a second life for your queen and she heals back if you're walking the queen with healers, or someone else will tank for her while she goes invisible. Literally can't go wrong with this equipment. This is a must-have equipment on your queen no matter what the strat is. Now comes the most recommended combo for your queen, which is the invisibility vial plus the healer puppets. You can use these combination whether it's an air spam attack, a super archer blimp, suing your heroes, or even smash style attacks. But when you're queen walking, only then you don't require the healer. So you can use archer puppet instead, because in midst of your queen walk you already have 5 healers, and adding 3 more would not help in any way, rather it will go to waste, so choose archer puppet instead. Another combination that you can use is the giant arrow plus the healer puppet. At lower town holds like TH9, 10, 11, 12, you can use the giant arrow in way more fun ways. Like here, you can see I'll snap 2 air defenses with 1 queen ability and the rest 2 with lightning spells. Then you can easily air spam the base and get an 100%. Same for your TH12. Now here the hit points of the defenses is little high and infernos are pretty annoying, so let me show you how you can tackle those with just the giant arrow. Drop 1 earthquake spell plus 1 lightning and drop a golem, then behind her drop your queen. Then as soon as the queen targets the wizard tower, press on that ability and watch the giant arrow go through the base and destroy the 2 infernos and also lower the hit points on the expos. Now next up is the Warden. Warden either has the best equipment or the worst. I will start from the worst equipment of Warden, that is the life gem, into the D tier. Because of the existence of the Apprentice Warden. Apprentice Warden is far more better than the life gem. Life gem doesn't increase enough hit points and is not even considered usable, so you can definitely change it for some other equipment which are far way better than the life gem. Next up, I would like to put the Ray gem into the A tier because of the YOLO stats that you can do with it. Some like smash, maybe air spam, ground spam that don't require spells, or maybe even hero sui. Now we have the fan favorite 2 S tier equipments that are Eternal Tome into the S tier, and the next up is the Healing Tome, also in the S tier. One of the greatest combination that you can use is Eternal Tome plus the Healing Tome because using them together is just game breaking. Practically speaking, Eternal Tome is an SS tier equipment because there isn't a strategy which does not require the Eternal Tome. So don't even think of replacing the Eternal Tome from the Warden ever, and I would suggest to upgrade it as much as possible. Then you might be asking when to use the Healing Tome and what strategy to use it on. The answer is simple. You can use them on some air attacks like Lava Loon, spam air attacks like dragons, queen charge attacks, maybe even archer blimps, and your Sui heroes. Last but not the least, the Royal Champion's abilities. She only has the life gem which will go into a B tier because it is very needed that Royal Champion gets that extra HP so she can deal way more damage to the defenses. But when you hit the ability, there's one more cool thing that slides out and hits extra 4 defenses and sometimes even destroys them is the Shaking Shield, so it will go into an S tier. So I know you guys might be thinking what's the best combo for your Royal Champion. I'll let you figure that out. Comment down below what you guys think. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. This is all we had for today's video. And so like, subscribe, kill that, moderate, and do whatever you want. But do not forget to subscribe and like the video. So that's all for today. Bye. See you later.